Good morning, everybody. How you doing today? Hope everyone's well. I'm Mary. I'm your exercise instructor for today's episode of Falls Prevention number 2. So we're just going to start off by asking you if you have any questions, feel free to write them in the comments below so we can answer them for you. As well, if you have any suggested content that you'd like us to post, then please let us know as well. And before you begin exercise, let's just do a little chat about some falls prevention safety. So we've got a rainy day today. It's a good idea to remember when your shoes are wet indoors on maybe the linoleum or the tile floor, it can become kind of slippery. So make sure that you have your shoes removed before you go onto your house floor that is not carpeting with those shoes, okay? So make sure you're safe with the footwear in your home. As well, since we have lots of extra time to be at home right now, let's just take a look around the house and make sure all the pathways are clear, right? So if there's any furniture, any shoes in the way, make sure that you take the time to have a look around your house and make sure those pathways in the hallways are clear for you to walk safely, okay? And let's also remember before we exercise the importance of drinking water. So make sure you prepare, get that water bottle, have it handy. And as well, it's okay to take a break anytime, you know. If you feel tired, no problem, just rest. And if you ever have a sharp pain with one of the movements, don't continue with it. Make sure you relax. If you ever feel chest pain, trouble breathing, feeling lightheaded or dizzy while you're standing, make sure you stop exercising. And as well, if you have any concerns about this exercise program before starting, feel free to contact your healthcare provider. All right, so let's get started. Make sure you sit nice and tall with your back away from the backrest, sitting in a nice sturdy chair. Feet are on the ground, and let's start by relaxing those shoulders back and down and breathing in together. In through the nose, reaching up, and out through the mouth, pushing those arms backwards as they come down. Again, breathing in, kaphe, and breathing out, fuhe. Good. Now let's start by using the neck to push the head forward and backward. This time we're going to hold the head, pushing it backwards. So we push forward and we hold it back in for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Try your best to keep looking forward when you pull your head back for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keeping those neck muscles nice and strong. Push the head forward and pull it back for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's just do one more of those. Push that head forward and looking straight ahead. Pull it back. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now let's bring the chin down to the chest and press your shoulders backwards again, feeling that stretch in the back of your neck. Breathe. Now let's turn the head all the way to the right. Keep nice and tall with your posture and feel that stretch for your neck as you turn the head to the right. Now slowly over to the left and hold it a few seconds. All right, now let's give the side of the neck a stretch by leaning your head towards one shoulder. Let your ear come towards the shoulder. Try not to lift the shoulder. Just relax as you breathe. And slowly over to the opposite shoulder now. Relax those shoulders. Very good. Now let's lift our arms and shoulders coming up, breathing in and lowering down, breathing out. Two more, up, hold, and lower. Last one. Good. Now let's do a little bit with our shoulder circles. So bring your shoulders forwards and up and back and down. Getting that range of motion with your shoulders. Breathing in, bring them forward and up. Breathing out, back and down. 5. Let's do 3 more. Forwards and up, back and down. And 1 more. Good. Now let's go the opposite way. Push your shoulders back and up. Forwards and down. Going backwards. Breathing in and out. 4. 5. It's a little bit trickier to go this way. 6, but it's good for those shoulders. 7, and last one. 8. Good. Now let's do a little opening up of your arms. Breathing. And let's do a little bit of reaching back. Let that pinky finger lead the way as you reach back, one arm at a time. Now, let's do a little bit with our arms reaching up. Let's pretend that we have a rope that we're climbing. So let's pull the rope. Reach and pull. Reach and pull. Reach and pull that rope. Pretend you have in your hands, reaching up and pulling down. Feeling that nice stretch on your sides. Very good. Now, let's do a little bit with our arms out in front and bending and touching the shoulders. A little bit of movement for the elbows to warm up. And then flip your hands over, palms down, bending this way. Reach out to the sides now and flip your hands up and down as far out with your arms as you can. Now let's lean all the way to the right, wide legs for stability. Reaching, reaching, reaching. And let's lean all the way to the left. Reaching, reaching, reaching. Keep those arms straight across horizontal. Let's reach, reach, reach again to the right. And let's reach, reach, reach again to the left. One more time, using those core body muscles to help you with your postural stability in sitting. Good. Now let's do a little bit with the wrists. Roll those wrists around in circles and breathe. Let's go the other way with the wrists. Around with the hands. And let's take each finger and connect it up with the opposite hand's finger. And let's press those fingers together and take a couple deep breaths. In through the nose and out through the mouth. Very good. Now let's do a little bit with our legs. Let's lift those knees up one at a time. Right, left, right, left, yow, jaw, and one more time. Each knee coming up, getting that lower body warmed up a bit. Now let's take our right leg. Let's straighten it out. A little bend in the knees, okay. Let's bring that right leg out and in. Out and in. Keep breathing. 3, 4. Breathe in and out. Very good. Now let's do the same thing with our left leg. Let's bring that leg out straight. A little knee bend is okay. Out to the side and back in. 2. Breathing in and out. 3, 4. And last one. 5. Excellent. Okay, let's shake those legs out a little bit. Let's use the heels next. Heels come up and down. Up and down. Working your calf muscles for today. Making those nice and strong by lifting your heels. Up and down. Let's do 2 more. Up, down, up, down. Now let's slide the feet forward and use the toes to hold those toes up for 3 seconds and relax. Up for 3, 2, 1 and relax. 3, 2, 1, relax. 3, 2, 1, relax. Working those shin muscles, getting them warmed up a bit. And let's do 2 more of those. Up for 3, 2, 1, relax with the toes. Up, 4, 3, and relax. Very good. Now let's sit nice and tall in the chair, and let's hold on to our armrests, and let's lean to one side, lifting one hip up off of the chair, and lean to the other side, lifting your opposite hip up. Lean and lift, lean and lift. Don't forget to keep breathing now. Breathe in and out, in and out. We're going to go for 10 of these if we can. Remember, you just do what you can, and feel free to take a rest if you need one. We're over halfway now. This is 6. And if you want a little bit more of a challenge, feel free to put your arms across your chest. Lean and lift. 7, 8. Almost there. 9. And last one. 10. Very good. Now let's do a little bit with our sides to give them a stretch. Wide legs. Bring your right arm up over your head. Breathing in. And lean over to the left. Breathing out. Feeling that nice stretch on your side. And let's do the opposite side now. Left arm up and over. Breathe in. Cup hey. And breathing out. Fu hey. Hold that position. Good. Now let's do our turn of our upper body. Hands on your right armrest. Breathe in, sitting tall. And breathing out, turn that upper body to look behind your right shoulder. Feeling that good turn in the upper back. And let's go to the left side. Hands on your left armrest. Breathe in. Cup hey. And breathing out, fu hey. Turning to look behind that left shoulder now. Excellent. Now let's bring our arms up, breathing in, cup hey. Fingertips on the side of the head. Let's sit as tall as we can, pushing your shoulders and your hips back, chin up slightly, breathing in. We're arching that low back. As you breathe out, chin down and round yourself into a ball, pushing that low back outward. Let's sit up as tall as we can. Arch that low back. Breathing in and breathing out, rounding the neck and back. One more time, nice and tall. Arch that back, breathe in. And round the back, breathing out. Excellent. Now let's do a little bit of some trunk circles to get the core warmed up a bit more. Arms across your chest, wide legs. Let's lean forward, keeping the back nice and lengthened, and then lean to the side. Come around the back and to the other side and the front. Working on that postural stability and your seating balance. Seated balance. Let's go around one more time. Take your time, no rush. And working our way around a circle with that trunk. Let's go the other way 3 times. Forwards to side, back to side to front. Trying to keep that length in your spine without rounding the back. And let's do it one more time. Here we go. Very good. Now let's do a little bit more warming up our core with some turns. So let's put our arms out like this, hands on your elbows. Let's start by sitting tall and breathe in. Breathe out and bend, turn to the right with your upper body. So those hips don't move, but your shoulders will turn. Let's come back to the center, breathing in, and go back to the right again, 5 times. Now, if you want to make it a little bit more challenging, lift up your right knee when you turn. Breathe in and out as you turn. Breathing in and out. And one more time. Turn. Good. Now let's try it going to the left 5 times. Remember, you can either lift your left knee up as you turn to the left, or just remain with your feet on the ground and turn your upper body. Breathe in, kaphe, breathe out, fuhe. 3 left, turn, breathe in and out. And final 1. Good work, everybody. Okay, now let's do some more side bends. So we're gonna have our arms at our side, and we're going to bend to the side, reaching down towards the ground, breathing in, coming up, and breathing out, going with the other arm towards the ground. So we're feeling these muscles pull us back up. So let's keep the arms straight, breathe in, sit tall, and breathe out as you bend to one side, breathing in and out to the other. 3. Let's try to go to 8. Breathing in and out. 4. Really try to keep the bending only to the side and not to the front. 5. Breathing in and out. 6. Almost there. You can do it. Keep on breathing. And last one. Use those muscles to pull you up. And your opposite arm down, bringing your body upright. Very good. Now let's do a little bit of a warm-up with some cardio. So feel free to march along with me. And let's just start with a nice steady pace. Lifting those feet just a little bit. And let's remember to breathe. Let's breathe in through the nose and breathe out through the mouth. Again, kaphe and fuhe. Very good. Now let's start with a little bit of tapping our heel out in front and bringing the leg back in like this. Heel, 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 heel. Heel tap in, heel tap in. One leg at a time. So once you get that heel step, all mastered, then let's start to push with our arms going forward. Just gonna get a little bit more warmed up, bring that heart rate up a wee bit. Heel touch with a push. Push, breathe, don't hold your breath. And let's go back to our march now. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. You're doing great, keep it up. Now let's do a little bit with our arms going up and down like this. Up, down, up, down. Breathing, kaphe, fuhe. Let's do 3 more. 3, and down, 2, and down, and last 1. Good job. Let's march and breathe. Not too fast now. Keep a nice steady pace as you march. Now let's add in some toe taps to the side. So let's take our right toe and tap it out and bring it in. Left toe, tap it out and bring it in. Tap and back, tap and back. Now once you get your toe taps all together, let's do a little bit of pressing to the side. Whichever side your leg comes out on, press. Toe tap, press, toe tap, press. Keep breathing as you toe tap and press. Let's do 2 more. Press. Breathing in and out. Tap and press. Good job. Let's march. Marching on the spot. Getting that heart rate up a little bit. Let's keep on going as best we can. Now let's start with a little bit of our V step. So we're going to take our right toe, put it out in front, our left toe out in front, and then step back with each leg. Toe, tap, back, in. Toe, tap, back, in. Right, left, right, left. Yow, jaw, yow, jaw. Out, out, in, in. Out, out, in, in. Now if that feels okay, feel free to add some arm movements like out, out, in, out, out, in, in. Keep breathing now. In through the nose and out through the mouth. Right, sorry. Right, left, left. Yow, jaw, yow, jaw. Let's march. Good job. We're almost done here with our little leg. Kick, and then the other. Kick, and kick. Kick, and kick. Now, if that feels okay, reach up as you kick. Keep breathing. Kaphe, fuhe. In and out. Let's do 3 more. Reach and kick. Reach and kick. Last pair. Reach and kick. Good job. Let's march and breathe. You're gonna feel that body temperature come up a little bit now? That's normal. Now let's do 1 more. Let's do our toe tap to that side again, except this time we're gonna push to the opposite side. Starting with that right toe, tap it out, bring it in. Left toe, tap it out, bring it in. Now this time we're gonna push to the opposite side. Push. A little bit of coordination here for our brain to do something a little bit different. Let's give it a try. Right toe out and reach to the left. Left toe out and reach to the right. Tap and reach across. Tap and reach across. 2 more pairs. Breathing in and out. In and out. Good job. Let's go back to that march. Take a couple deep breaths and we'll be all done. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Last one. Kaphe and fuhe. Well done, ladies and gentlemen. That was our little warm-up for cardio and our mobility exercises. Now let's get started with some balance exercises. So let's start by coming to the front of the chair. We're going to get ready to stand up now. So already your hips are at the front, wide space between your legs for stability when you stand. Slide those heels back. Heels must touch the ground though. Hands on your armrests if you have them. Let's use those. Lean forward with your body as you come up nice and tall through those legs. Shoulders are back, great posture. Coming down, bend the knees, hips go back. Slowly sit back down. Let's do 4 more of those. Lean and push. And coming down, bend the knees, hips go back. Just 3 left. Here we go. Breathe. Kaphe. And out. Fuhe. Last 2. Making those legs strong and warmed up for some standing exercises. And slowly down. Last one. Up we go. Breathe in. And you did it. That's 5. Let's just check and make sure we're feeling okay on our feet at this point. If we don't feel dizzy and we feel okay, let's turn and walk to the back of the chair. Feel free to hold on to this armrest if you need to. And now we'll go into some standing balance exercises. So let's start with this one. We're going to start by having our legs nice and wide apart as your black chair legs are, or whatever color chair you have. Now let's start with shifting our body weight from one side to the other by bending one knee slightly and keeping your opposite leg straight. Feel free to hold onto the chair with your fingers. Let's breathe in first. And let's breathe out as we bend that knee slightly, keeping your opposite leg straight. Push your hips back a little bit so you feel your body weight in your heel. That way it's easier to balance. Let's hold this for about 8 seconds. I'd say that's about 8. Now let's switch over to the other side. Breathing in, standing up, and breathing out, doing a slight bend in the opposite knee, pushing that hip back, keeping your other leg straight. All the body weight's gone to this side of our body with the bent knee. Let's stand up, breathing in, and let's breathe out and do the same thing again. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's stand up, breathing in, kaphe, and fuhe, bending that opposite knee. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're weight shifting side to side, breathing in and out. Little bend in the knee, other leg straight. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And again. Now, if you feel you can, go to 2 fingers with me. Try to have a little bit less support on your chair's backrest as you practice your weight shifting. Remember, if you feel comfortable to go to 1, give it a go. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And as always, if you feel comfortable giving yourself a little extra challenge, you can always lift those fingers up a wee bit from the backrest, but keep them close by at all times. Feeling those big leg muscles, the thighs, the gluteals, your hamstrings holding you up, working hard. Very good. Now, let's do a little bit with our feet shoulder width apart. And we're going to take our right foot and step forward slightly so the feet are staggered. Now, we're going to be taking our body weight and moving forward with it and backward with it. So holding onto your chair, let's rock forward with the body weight, lifting the back heel, and rocking backwards. Let's lift up the front toes. Now, if you have your feet a little bit further apart, the front and the back foot, you'll have a little bit more motion as you go forward and backward. Keep looking straight ahead, rocking forward, the back heel comes up, rocking backwards, your front toe comes up. I'm going to push this forward a bit so I have some more room. Forward and backward. Rocking forward and rocking backward with that body weight. Back heel comes up and front toe comes up. Now, if you feel comfortable with this motion, I want you to try taking your right hand as your right foot is in front and reaching forward with that right hand. If you're not quite comfortable with that just yet, just keep those hands on your chair, no problem. Rocking back, breathing in, and reaching forward, breathing out. Let's do 3 more of those. Keeping looking forward always helps with the balance. And let's do 1 more of those. Rock and reaching. Very good. Now let's take our left foot and put that in the front and our right foot to the back with space between the feet. Same thing. Let's just start by holding the chair, looking forward, rocking forward. That back heel comes up and rocking backwards. That front toe comes up. Forward and backward. Getting a feel for that body weight shifting. From the front of the body, rocking backwards. Now, if you're feeling pretty comfortable with this movement, let's start reaching. If this feels like enough of a challenge, I want you to keep holding the chair and continue rocking forward and backward. Let's start with some reaches. Left hand as your left foot's in front. Reach and rock back. Reaching forward and rocking back. Very good. We've done a little bit of side to side weight shifting, and now we're doing a little bit of front and back weight shifting. Let's do 2 more of those. Reaching, rocking forward and backward. Last one. Excellent. Okay, now let's have our feet nice and wide for this next one. We're going to do some turns to look behind us. So take your right arm out in front, breathing in, holding onto your chair with your left hand, and turn nice and slowly. I want you to try to look behind you. As if someone was talking to you from behind, you want to be able to have that range of motion to turn that upper body. Nice wide legs, keep you nice and sturdy, remember. And let's try it now with a little less support on the chair. If you feel comfortable, go down to 2 fingers. Turn and look behind you. And maybe 1 finger if this feels okay. Turning and looking behind you. Now, if you want a little extra challenge, try lifting those fingers up off of the chair, but always have them close enough to grab if you need to. Turn and look behind you. Very good. Let's switch sides. Left arm out in front now, holding the chair just to get a feel for it first. Wide legs. And let's turn slowly and look behind us. Breathing in, kaphe. And breathing out, fuhei. Getting a nice turn of that upper body. Let's try now holding that chair with 2 fingers if you feel comfortable. And once again, if you need a little more of a challenge, decrease the amount you're holding onto that chair with. Maybe 1 finger now. And finally, if you can, let's try to lift those fingers a wee bit and keep that hand close by your chair as you turn slowly to look behind you. Very good. Now let's move on to the next one. Let's take our feet, have them shoulder width apart, and put our right heel on the ground in front. So the feet are staggered, and you have your front foot with the heel touching the ground, and your toe is pointing up. So we're going to practice balancing, holding this stance. I want you to start by holding onto your chair and remembering to use both legs equally, even though one foot is flat and the other foot only has the heel on the ground. Try to use both legs to hold you up equally. Feels a little bit challenging as we don't have our feet flat on the ground, 2 of them. We only have the 1. But this is like when we're walking. We strike the heel on the ground before we put the rest of the foot on the ground. So in order to improve our balance, we're challenging ourselves by holding this stance as it is. Let's try going to the 2 fingers next. Look forward and standing nice and tall. You can have a slight bend in that leg that has the foot flat on the ground. And let's just try going down to 1 finger if you feel comfortable now. And once again, if you feel like you can have a little bit more of a challenge, try lifting those fingers up as you hold this stance. Let's hold it for 10 seconds. Remember, if it's too much of a challenge, it's okay to have a finger or 2 on the chair, whatever you feel you need. And that is about 10 seconds. Very good. Now let's switch. Let's go to the opposite. So let's have the feet shoulder width apart again. This time your left heel will be on the ground to the front, staggered. Let's have our back nice and straight, a little bend in that leg, which has the foot flat on the ground. Looking forward, keeping the body weight even between both of your legs. Try going down to the 2 fingers if you feel you can. And maybe down to the 1. And as always, try to challenge yourself to what you feel your limit is, and you can try lifting those fingers now. Keep them nice and close. Concentrate on keeping your balance, having 1 foot flat on the ground and the other foot slightly ahead with the heel on the ground, toe pointing up. Excellent. All right, now let's move on to the similar exercise, but this time with your toe on the ground. So space between your feet, and we're going to take our right foot and we're going to have it go backwards a little bit with your toe on the ground and your heel up. So this time the feet are staggered. Your right foot is in front, left foot is to the back, but with the left toe on the ground. Try starting with a slight bend in that standing leg with the foot flat on the ground and nice and tall. Looking forward, have your hands on the chair, then try decreasing the amount of support you're holding on with. Let's try to hold this for 10 seconds. If you can, try lifting those fingers and concentrating on keeping that balance equally centered between both of your legs. Use that toe just as much as your flat foot to hold you up. Excellent. Now let's move on to the opposite. Space between the feet, shoulder width apart, left toe to the back this time. Use that chair at the start to get your sturdiness, get yourself set up before you start trying to decrease the amount of support you're holding on with. Use that toe just as much as your flat foot. Let's go down to 2 or 1 fingers, whichever you feel comfortable with. And let's try to lift them if you feel you can. Holding that balance, feeling a bit of a challenge to keep the body weight centered. Very good. All right, now let's move on to some squats. So having those feet nice and wide apart, let's have them about a little further apart than shoulder width. Holding onto the chair, let's make sure we keep looking forward. Try not to look down when you squat. Just bend those knees and push your hips to the back. So let's start by breathing in and breathing out. Bend the knees, hips back, just a little squat, not too deep. Let's hold the squats for about 10 seconds. And coming back up, breathing in, kapé, and breathing out, bending the knees, hips go back. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Remember, you should feel that body weight in the center of your heels when you're squatting, okay? If you don't feel that, make sure you push your hips back a little bit more. Let's do it again. Breathing in, kapé, and breathing out, fuhé. 10, 9, 8. Try lifting the fingers if you can. 7, 6, 5, 4, or keep 1 or 2 fingers on the chair. 2, 1. Relax. Breathing in and out. Let's do it again. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very good. Feeling those thigh muscles working hard. Let's do that one more time. Breathing in and out. Keep breathing. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. If you can, bring one arm out in front. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very good. Now let's do a little bit of our staggered feet again. We're going to have that right foot in front, left foot in back with a bit of a stagger. Now I want you to try to bring the feet so that one is in front, one is in back in a straight line, but with space between the feet, okay? Make sure that you have that space in between your front heel and your back toe in a straight line so that it's a little bit less challenging than when the feet are touching. Start by standing nice and tall, holding onto the chair. Feel those ankles as they try to keep your balance. And looking forward, keeping those legs working equally, the front and the back leg. See if you feel comfortable going down to the 2 fingers. And as always, if you feel you can challenge yourself by going to 1, go ahead. But listen to your body, okay? So just do what you feel you're most comfortable with. And if you feel you can, lift those fingers up even for a couple of seconds at a time. Then you're really challenging yourself. So any little bit is great. Now let's switch those feet around. So the opposite one is in front and the opposite one is in back in a straight line with space between the feet. Start by holding onto the chair, finding that balance with the support of your hands. And when you feel comfortable, reduce that amount of support. Down to 2 fingers, perhaps 1, and perhaps lifting. But keep looking straight ahead, nice and tall. Very good. Let's do one more balance exercise. Let's stand behind the chair and let's take our right, first of all, start with your feet together. Let's start with the right toe and tap it to the front, holding onto your chair. Tap your right toe to the side and then tap your right toe to the back. So keep holding that chair till we get comfortable with the movement. Right toe tap to the front, right toe tap to the side, and right toe tap to the back. Very good. Let's do that again. If you feel comfortable, try using the 2 fingers on the chair. As you tap your toe from front to side to back. Last one. And you can always progress if you feel comfortable with your 1 or 0 fingers. Now let's go on to the left side. Same thing. Feet starting together, holding your chair. Left toe this time. Tap it to the front. Tap it to the side. Tap it to the back. Stay nice and tall with that upper body. Tap in front, tap to the side, tap and back. Now try going to 2 fingers if you're feeling comfortable with this. If not, I just want you to keep those hands where they are on the chair. And last one, if you feel you can, go to 1. 1 finger, and you did it. Good job. Okay, let's sit down and let's get our resistance band. Time for a water break. Let's get a nice glass of water. And let's do some with our band, some strengthening. Okay, take a moment, just take a breather. And let's start with some upper body exercises with our resistance bands. So this first one, I want you to have your arms out in front, holding the band nice and taut between those hands. And we're going to pull our elbows back. Breathing in, kaphe. Breathing out, fuhe. Sitting nice and tall in that chair. Don't lose your good posture. And pulling those elbows back. Out in front, breathing in. And pulling back, breathing out. 6, working those upper body, upper back muscles. 7, when we pull those elbows back. 8, almost there, breathing in and out. Last one, here we go. And you did it, good job. Rest those arms for a moment and let's breathe. Let's use the band as we breathe. Breathing in, bring that band up. And breathing out, bringing it down. Kaphe. And fuhe. Excellent. Now let's do a little bit with these muscles, the triceps. So let's bring the band to our chest this time. Elbows are lifted, bend to the sides. And we're going to open up our arms, straightening the arms. Let's breathe in first. Breathe out when you straighten. Kaphe, bend those elbows. And fuhe, straighten them. Hands near the armpits and arms straighten. Very good. Breathing in and out. 4, 5. You're on a roll now. Keep up the good work. 6. Breathing in and out. 7. Feeling that in the backs of the arms. 8. As you straighten them, that muscle's working. 9. And final 1. That's 10. Good job. Okay, now let's shake those shoulders out a little bit, get them loosened up. And let's take this band and put it behind our back next. Behind the back, under the armpits, and around your hands. We're going to do some punching forward next. Working your arm and chest muscles. So let's start by having that band up under those armpits, around the back, and sitting nice and tall. Let's breathe in first, kaphe, and breathe out when you punch forward, fuhe. Now, if it's not enough of a challenge, put your hands a little bit closer in the band. Put them a little closer to your body instead of further away for a little bit more resistance. Breathing in and out, and vice versa. If you want it to be a little less challenging, have those hands a little further away from you on the band. Let's do about 5 more of these. Push those arms forward, breathing in and out. 4, 5, almost there. 6, 7, and last one. After this, 9 will be 10. Very good. Now let's take our band and let's do a little bit now with our arms straight. So holding on to the ends of the band with your arms straight out, we're going to do some flies. So open those arms up, breathing in, and bring your arms together, breathing out. 3, 4, 5. Really feeling those shoulder blades come together as you open up those arms. 6. Breathing in and out. 7. Keep that good posture nice and upright. 8. 2 more. Here we go. Bring those arms together. And last one. Good work, everybody. Okay, shake those shoulders out a bit. And now let's do some with our legs to switch it up a bit. So let's take that band and put it on top of your thighs. Make sure you have it past your knees so that it's not on your knee joints, past them, on your thighs. Take that band and cross it underneath, pulling it nice and tight. And let's work those outer thighs, very important. So let's have the feet together and we're gonna pull our thighs apart. Breathing in and out as we pull apart. Kaphe, fuhe. Breathing in and out. You can feel those outer thigh muscles working as you pull those thighs apart. Keeping your feet together. It's okay if they turn. We're over halfway. Here we go. Let's breathe in. Kaphe. Breathe out. Fuhe. 7. Last 3. 8. 9. And final 1. That's 10. Lovely job. Now let's separate the feet a little bit. And we're going to bring up our knees this time for the tops of the thighs and the abdominals. Let's breathe in first. Breathe out and lift the right knee. Breathing in and out as you lift the left. Right and left. Kaphe, fuhe, yao, and jaw. Very good. This is halfway. Feeling that in your thighs? Means they're working hard. 6. 7. Keep breathing in and out, in and out. Last 2 pairs. And final 1. You did it. Good job. All right, now let's do a little bit of rowing. So let's take this band and let's put it underneath our right foot, right in the middle of the foot, okay, so that it doesn't fling back at you. And put that heel on the ground out in front. Back up a bit so you can see me better. Got that heel on the ground, the toe pointing up. Sitting towards the front of my chair, holding the band about at your thigh. Now let's sit tall, breathing in. Breathe out and slide those elbows behind you, okay? That's the key with this movement. Only the upper body's moving. That leg stays straight and on the ground. 3. Breathing in and out. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. 5. 6. 7. Using those upper back muscles. 8. Pull those elbows back. Almost there. Breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. Good job. Now let's take the band and now let's do a little bit of leg presses. So keeping the band just where it is, we're going to switch it around this time, using our leg instead of using our upper body. So I want you to bend your right knee and I want you to put your hands at your hips, keeping them fixed at your hips. Straighten out that leg. Heel touches the ground. Bend your right knee and straighten it. Notice how I keep my hands exactly in the same place without moving those. So we get some resistance for the leg to work against. 5. Breathing in and out. 6. Working that big muscle in your thigh. 8. Last 2. Breathe in and out. Final 1. 10. Lovely job. Now let's take the band and put it underneath that left foot. This time we're going to do the left leg press. So once again, make sure when you bend that left knee, put your hands at your hips, keep them stuck there, and straighten that leg out. Heel can rest on the ground. 2. Breathe in and out. 3. 4. 5. 6. Almost there. We're past halfway now. 7. Working those thigh muscles. Last 2. 9. And that's 10. Fabulous. Now let's take the band and put it underneath both of the feet. We're going to use our bicep muscles now. So let's try to have those bands right in the center so we can grab onto an end with each hand. And we're going to sit nice and tall, and we're going to bend our elbow, keeping that elbow stuck to your side. So I want you to bend your right elbow, straighten it. Bend your left elbow, straighten it. But notice how I keep that elbow stuck to my side. I don't bring it out to the front. Let's breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. Alternating arms. 2. Breathe in and out. 3. Feeling that contraction in your bicep. 4. Make sure to go down slowly. Don't just let woo! We all have a laugh when that happens to our bands, don't we? Looks like it's time for me to get a new one. Now let's start with our right arm again. 5. Breathing in and out. 6. Nice and controlled with the movement. 7. Breathing in and out. And just one more pair. This is 9. And final one. Lovely job. Okay, let's do one more band exercise. Let's take the band and have it nice and taut between your hands and your elbows fixed at your sides. So that band should be in front of your belly button. Now make sure it's nice and taut and not loose in between the hands, okay? Now let's sit tall, and as we breathe out, we're gonna pull those hands apart, keeping the elbows stuck to your sides, making that shoulder turn outwards. Breathing in and out. 4. Try to really squeeze those shoulder blades together as you open the arms, keeping those elbows at your sides. 6. 7. You're doing so good. Keep up the good work. 8. Final 2 now. 9. And last one. Way to go. Let's get rid of those bands and let's take a water break. Then we'll do a little bit of standing up and stretch. Good work, everyone. Keep it up. Very good. Nothing like some good old water when you're exercising, right? Now, let's do a little bit for these leg muscles some more. Let's do some for the sides of our hips. Let's start with the feet together. For these exercises, I want you to hold on to the chair, okay? So now we're doing some strengthening, not the balance. Let's keep holding on to that chair. We're gonna bring our right leg out to the side. We're gonna hold it for 5 seconds and bring it back in, okay? Let's breathe in first, standing tall, and breathing out. Bring your right heel leading the way, toe pointing forward, and bring it back in. Breathing in and out. Make sure your heel is leading the way. I don't want that toe pointing up to the ceiling. I want it pointing straight ahead, okay? Breathe in and out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And feel free to have a slight bend in the leg that you're standing on. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last one. Breathing in and out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent. Let's do the same with our left leg. So you're standing on your right leg. Feel free to have a soft knee, a slight bend in that knee. Breathe in and out as you bring that left leg out. Keep that toe pointing forward and back in. Breathing in and out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Doing great. We're almost at the end now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And feeling it in your side of your hips. I feel it in mine. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And last one. Breathing in. Cup head. Breathing out. Fu hei. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent. Let's just get those hamstrings loosened up by bending your knees. One at a time. Bend, 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 bend. Keep breathing. 3, 4, standing nice and tall. 5, we'll do 10 pairs. 6, kapé. 7, fuhé. 8, final 2, 9, and last 1. Good. Now we're going to work the back of the hips by bringing our legs backwards. Start with your feet close together, right up against your backrest. And we're going to bring that right leg back. Let's tap that toe on the ground. Keeping the toe on the ground, the knee is nice and straight, and bringing it back in. Let's do 10 of those. 10, back in. 9, back in. 8, back in. 7, keep that knee straight, tap the toe back. 6, 5, 4, last 3, here we go. 2, and 1. Very good. Left leg, same thing, and then we'll start our stretches. Tap that left toe back, bring it in. Straighten the leg, keep that knee straight as you tap. 4, breathe in and out. 5, 6, almost there. 7, here we go, final 3, 2, and last 1. Excellent job, everybody. Let's start our stretches now. Beginning with our inner thigh stretch. Wide legs, and we bend that one knee, keeping your other leg straight. Hold the chair for support. Let's breathe in first. Breathe out and bend to the side by bringing that knee bent. Other leg is straight, your body weight is shifted over to the side. Push your hips back and breathe as you feel that nice stretch in the inner straight legs thigh. Breathing is very important when we do our stretches. Now let's stand up tall, breathing in and out as we bend the opposite knee a bit. Keeping the other leg straight, pushing your hips back, and breathe. Excellent. Let's do our calf stretch. Right up against the backrest. Take a nice big step back with one of your legs. Doesn't matter which one. Keep the front knee bent and your back leg straight. Now, if your front knee comes past your front toes, I want you to slide that foot further forward so that that knee will be in line with your toes. Keeping your upper body upright. Breathe as you stretch the back calf muscle. Very good. Let's step forward and let's do the same for the opposite side. Big step back. Bend that front knee. Back leg is straight, upper body upright. Always feels good to stretch. Excellent. Now let's take our time and have a seat. And before we have a seat, actually, let's just do one more stretch for our low back. So hold on to your chair, put your thumb in your low back, and gently press your hips forward. Hold on to that chair. Don't look at the ceiling. Good. Now let's have a seat and finish off with some stretching. Let's breathe in. Kapé. I want you to reach up and hold it up. Up, 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 up. Holding that stretch. And breathing out. Letting it go. Again, reaching up and hold it up as you stretch up high as far as you can. And let it go. Right hand on your right shoulder. We're going to stretch that tricep muscle now by holding that elbow up. Wherever you feel the stretch, you hold it there. Even if it's just a little bit, wherever you feel it, you hold it. Breathe. Let's do the opposite arm. Left hand, left shoulder. Lift that elbow and breathe. Good. Now the shoulder stretch. Right hand, opposite shoulder. Under the elbow with your hand. Grab your upper arm, bring it down towards your chest and over to the left side. Breathe. Feel that stretch behind your shoulder. Let's do the opposite side. Left hand on right shoulder. Under that elbow. Bring it down towards you and to the right. Breathe. And now hands behind you. Try to grab onto the bottom part of your backrest. Pushing your shoulders behind you, chin up slightly. Feel that stretch in your chest as you breathe. In through the nose and out through the mouth. This one's great for the posture, keeping those shoulders behind us. And let's stretch the forearms. Straighten out one arm and pull back on your fingers towards you. Feel that underside of your forearm getting a nice stretch. And let's do the same with the left arm. Breathe. And making fists, stretching those hands as wide as you can. Bring the right arm up over your head with wide legs and lean to the left. Just a couple more stretches. Left arm coming up and over. Lean to the right. Now let's bring up that right knee and hug it as close as you can towards your body, sitting nice and tall with that back. This is a good low back stretch. If you feel you can, put that foot on your opposite knee. If it feels too painful in the hip, start by crossing. If that's too painful, don't do either. It's okay to relax. Sitting tall, let's breathe in and out. Trying to calm those tense leg muscles down by concentrating on your breathing. If you feel like you can, next time you breathe out, try bending forward slightly at the hips. Keeping your head up, trying to keep that length in your spine. Now let's do the opposite leg. Lift that knee up towards the chest, sitting as tall as you can. Getting a good stretch in that low back as you breathe. And if you feel comfortable, let's try that foot on the opposite knee. Nice and tall with the back. Concentrate on the breathing. Kaphe. Kuhe. In through the nose and out through the mouth as you lean forward slightly, keeping that length in your back, keeping that head upright and not looking down. Let's do one more stretch for the back of the legs, straightening one leg out at the front of your chair so you get that knee nice and straight, heel touches, toe points up, hands on the bent knee. Let's breathe in first. And breathe out as you lean forward from your hips. Keep that head lifted. Hinging at the hips, getting a nice stretch in the bottom of your leg. Just breathe. And the opposite leg, and we'll be all done for today. Let's sit nice and tall, legs straight, breathing in. And let's lean forward from the hips, keeping your head lifted. Breathe. Very good work today, ladies and gents. Now, I forgot something last day. If you've been in my classes, you know I like to finish off with a tap on the legs, clap of the hands, tap, clap, tap, clap, and happy Monday, everybody. Thanks for joining me today. I'll see if there's any questions or comments. And other than that, good work. Keep it up. Have a great day.